Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sunesha and we are playing Kingdom of Deliverance. So, I've actually messed up the roles there. I was allowed to watch, or yeah, it's so hard to, for me to speak at the same time. It's kind of like counting when someone is just rambling about a lot of numbers and you try to count and add up numbers. It kind of feels like that when I give myself the options, so I forget them as soon as I tell them. So I thought, why should we actually could do some main question today. Maybe we'll find. I always prefer to do some a lot of side quests in the beginning of the game, but we will go for this quest over here. So we will go all the way to the city and try to explain ourselves why the store had gone missing. While we are at least clean, let's check out Henry here. Yeah, he looks kind of clean. I kind of like his peasant look. So let's speed this up because you guys don't want to see me to run for the city one more time. Yes, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully the city is open this early. It probably is because we live in peasant times. Yeah, peasants go up. Usually when peasants worked yesterday, they had a very long day because in the summers they worked more or less from dawn to dusk. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like there is only one guard here today for greeting us. Let's see. It looks like we have already paid them off, so we can just bypass them. Hopefully we can come early here in the inner castle here, or we have tried to convince them as usual. So let's see.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Oh, so it's our old guards from our old city, I guess. They have got a new job at least. No, maybe not. They seem so familiar with him. Sorry. Okay, yeah. We want to go see him.
I'm going to speak with Sir Radzig.
I will not roll about it because otherwise we will get nothing down. We already wasted a whole episode where I went drunk.
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, that was easy. So we are in the inner castle here. People are about to wake up. Has someone forgot to put on their clothes? Because that kind of looks like medieval underwear. Hello, man. I'm just curious why you are half naked.
My respects to you.
Okay, let's find out what kind of lord is Sanush. I don't have to read it out loud.
Sir Hanush is a good lord. Things won't be the same when that wastrel Sir Hans takes over. That'll be a sorry day.
Yeah. I read a little bit about Bohemia and...
What's life like in Rattay?
Good. Or it was till them refugees came. Still, we're better off here than most places.
There was kind of ongoing, very soon, history-wise, it was an ongoing peasant revolt that has some really stuff going on. So, yeah, I wonder if we will bump into some really weird religious people. I think they even burned down their own farms. Oh, I read it like before I went to sleep, so my memory is not the greatest about it. Hopefully,
How do the Rattay folk get on with the refugees?
Well, they have it tough, no doubt. But there's not enough room for them here. How much longer will they be living on our streets? Nothing good will come of this. What if one of them's brought the plague with him?
As usual, people, even though we are just at one town over, they don't want our refugees. There is... It kind of reminds me of people are today too.
In Sigismund's army?
Terrible things, horrible. I hear they skin people alive, and what they do to the women folk. Better take your own life than fall into their hands.
Yeah, but this is always the deal when war comes. I remember reading some history about England when they was with war with France, and they always told the populace that the French people was raping nuns, for example. So that was a good way to whip up support. Hate is always the hate always has been a good way for people to gather around and hate together. That is kind of okay. So is he in here? Is I'm allowed in here? Let's find out. Yeah, nobody's pissed off. Okay, let's see. So Radzig. Oh, you was at the outhouse, but yeah, and there is another weird history I read about. As you can see, it jumps right out there. Very good detail of them. That it actually looks like that when you go to the real castles.
How are you, Henry?
So yeah, there is some Japanese story around the medieval times where assassin is actually hiding in a lord's private outhouse for days, and then he has a long spear and he spears the guy when he sits down. So that case takes some dedication. Yeah, but I think it's kind of good.
Be a bit more careful.
Be a bit more careful. I'm as careful as I can. It's not easy. Okay, is he upstairs? Maybe he's here. Let's talk with him. He will probably challenge me if I am not allowed. Sometimes. Oh, yeah, I can't open the door at the same time. Why is everyone running around in their underwear? Is this kind of a sex ring or something? Okay.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Perkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslaus to accept the Imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslaus is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Ratai. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well. Believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, Father. He's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
So no more peasant hunts for us. So we become a squire. That is kind of interesting. So, game saved. So we are now a squire. That means that we are on our way to be knights. And knights usually didn't get a lot, but a squire get even less. But it's kind of like a really big upgrade for us. So, sorry, we need to find a new hat to be fit our role as. So you actually mentioned the dice here, so I can't have a peasant hat no more. That's a shame. Okay, so I think I'm a little bit hangover here. I want to check his stats. So yeah, and let's do that later. It's not that important. Okay, I want to check the map where we should go next here. So we have our new Sir Bernard. What's that? Bernard, yes. And I get a good impression that he really doesn't like Henry. But yeah, we can change his mind, win over him on our side here. So it would be very cool. Hello, beggar. You have a peasant hat? I'm a squire now, so everyone must respect me. And so I thought I can give him some money or something. Is it okay to punch a peasant? I'm not sure about that. After all, I'm a squire now, so it's okay. Let's see what happens. Or let's roll about it as we should do. 0 to 52 punching. Lightly, we just want to see how strong our power is. So no, we are not allowed to punch. I just wanted to test our limit of our new gain powers as squires. The lowest low we are. Yeah, usually it was so when you became a squire, you later became a knight, and usually you have to pay for your own horse, warhorse, and so on, and that was really costly business. So I think we must keep on thieving and rolling our dice here. Will I punch this peasant here? 0 to 40. Yeah, now I remember my own convention. 0 to 40 yes, 40 to 80 no, and 80 to 90 do nothing, and 90 to 100 get drunk. So let's see what happens. No, we are not allowed to be. I think I shouldn't push it too much because the odds will now I will be a well-behaved squire now. So yes, what I was thinking about, it would be super cool to have some kind of bow, as we couldn't steal one. So there was a blacksmith over there. So let's go. Yeah, I wonder if he steals any bows. After all, he's a blacksmith, so maybe not. And I think all the visitors are actually refugees from our old town. They haven't been the Hansluck as Henry here to become a squire. Oh, so let's not steal by mistake. Who are you? Shop guard? Yeah, they have a guard there too. Of course, he's a swordsmith, so I don't think he will have any bows for us. I don't guess so. He's specialized, has a ton of different weapons. So far, I think as long as we are fighting weak bandits, I'm not that stressed yet about getting better equipment. Maybe we will become powerful in time, or maybe not. It depends on the dices right now. We are just a little bit. I think we haven't. I'm thinking about the food. We only have beers. We have some dried fruit, so let's get that. Help us a bit. So let's continue in this direction. Maybe we can find some other people here. There seems to be a walled city there. Maybe there is something else. I see that kind of looks like a church. Okay, I almost remember, wasn't we there yesterday? I'm not sure. Yeah, Henry probably doesn't remember. So, let's see what's inside here. It looks like houses. Church. I'm kind of interested to see the church here. We have discovered the blacksmith. It's probably over here. Discover archery range. That looks very promising for us, but let's check out the church for. Oh, how can I see? Last Supper. Saints probably. At least that guy over there looks happy. You should probably, if you and we have a monk there, maybe it's Saint Benedict's, which is the Benedict's order for all the friars. Yes, I'm just guessing here. No. And who are you? He looks very. I think you should lay down on the floor. Isn't that the drunken fool we was talking in the cutscene? It seems like we can't disturb him. Steal from the church is probably punched by death, so we should probably not. I'm just curious if what they have here. Okay, was a small church. Okay, so let's find out other blacksmith. I can hear him clambering around. Let's see if we can see it on our. Yeah, sorry, blacksmith. Must be here because there is an anvil and grindstone. I'm not sure how to. Oh yeah, this looks a little bit more folky. So maybe he can. Maybe he has a bow we can buy.
I'll be with you.
Okay, let's talk trade. So let's see what we have here. Charcoal. We don't need that. It seems to have arrows at least. But will he have a bow? I'm not sure how. So it doesn't has arrows but no bows. That's a shame. Maybe we. I remember when we fought those bandits. One of them had a bow, but it was kind of. Yeah. You probably lost it in the grass, is a thing that usually happens here. So let's continue in direction for our quest. Okay. Interesting, we have an arching range here. I can probably go down practice here. I read a game on gamepressure.com just to learn about the game. So you can practice your bow shooting, but only while you have an instructor. I don't think jumping down there will probably be suicide. Let's go down there. Maybe he even sells some, if I can go this way. No. So this place is huge. So if I...
Are you serious?
Go... The shirt was over here. Oh, I found the opening here. It was here in the wall. I'm just hoping I don't want to probably spend money for practice, but it would be very cool to have a new bow. He's our master. Hopefully he can sell something.
I'll be with you.
God with you. Thank you. No, doesn't seem so. Let's just leave it. Okay, I will run all the way back. What's going on with him? He's just running around. Really love the weather effects. Are really nice. That it's some real. But I don't make a splash. Oh, so I get vitality by jumping. I think that is not running, but jumping. So yeah, I think I will try to jump around a little bit more often. Okay, so let's speak with Sir Bernard here.